So there are two things I wanted to share with you today. One is how we can fix the foot and how the foot is related to the body. And the second one is how we choose proper footwear. So I did bring along a shoe to use as an example, but I would like you to if you're comfortable, to take off a shoe that you may have on, and we're going to look at your own footwear to assess to see exactly whether or not your shoes are fitting correctly and whether they're doing what they're supposed to do. So this is an example of a shoe, and you can buy shoes in any shoe store that would meet the criteria that I'm going to mention to you today. But it's really important to know how to choose proper footwear and how to fit your shoes correctly. And we always say that there's only one reason why there are numbers on shoe boxes, and that's for the stock room. So every shoe is sized differently, so even though we do measure the foot for every person that comes through the door, it's only a starting point to give you an idea of what your shoe size, what you'd ask for when you go to the shoe store. So what you'd want to do, and if you have a shoe off, you can go through this with me, but first thing you want to do when you pick up a shoe in the shoe store is make sure that it has a removable insole. It's very important for the shoe to have a removable insole if you're planning to have an orthotic at some point, but even if you're not planning to wear an orthotic, you use the insole to check the fit of the shoe. So what you would do is put your insole on the floor and put your foot on top of it, and you look at where your toes are sitting within the shoe. So you want to have a thumb width past the longest toe in length, and all the toes should sit within the insole. That's pretty good. How'd you do? So if it doesn't have a removable insole, then you would have to rely on what happens after you have your foot in the shoe. But unfortunately, the foot changes shape when it goes in the shoe, so you're not necessarily going to know how it's fitting. And that's why I say that if you have access to the insole, it gives you a visual confirmation as to how the shoe fits. So that's really important. So the next thing you want to do is take the shoe and squeeze the heel of the shoe, and it should be non-compressible. So if you pick up the shoe in the shoe store, and it could be any shoe from the shoe wall, that should not compress. You want the shoe not to twist, and you want it to bend at the front, not in the middle. Okay? And then when you flip the shoe over, the more shoe that meets the ground, the more stable it is. So if it's a solid base, that will give you a more balanced position for your foot. So these are things that you can check every time you go to the shoe store. I did bring along a shoe fitting guide that you're welcome to take as well, that you can put in your purse so that you'll have something to remind you as to what I've said. So, and this applies to all footwear. I used an athletic shoe as a demonstration, but any shoe you buy, whether it's an athletic shoe or a dress shoe, or the only exception would be a sandal because they don't have a closed-in back, but the same features, the rest of the features still have to apply.